Hi everyone, I am Sharul Nizam, and as promised in my previous post, I am wanting to share my personal experience in becoming a lecturer. Now, before I start, it is important for me to highlight a few things. Number one, I plan actually to write these things on the LinkedIn, but apparently there is a word limit, so I couldn't write everything in the LinkedIn. So this is probably the best way of telling you my experience before I finally become a lecturer at UiTM. And secondly, different people will have different experiences. So this is not the best and this is not the only pathway that you can choose to be a lecturer. There are many ways, and as I said, the title of this video is actually becoming a lecturer, my personal experience. So bear with me. I'm sorry if this is not the thing that you really want to hear, but this is from the bottom of my heart. This is the experience that I have had before I am becoming a lecturer. Now, few things that I would like to emphasize here, probably 7 to 8 points. Number one is the most important one, that you must know what you really want to be. I really wanted to be a lecturer. I knew this since I was 18 when I was doing my diploma in science at UiTM. I knew it then that I wanted to be a lecturer. So the lecturers that taught me during my diploma years were the very people that I look up to. So I learned a lot from them. I learned the way they teach, I learned the way they speak, I learned the way they even walk, and I learned the way they explain things to students the easiest way possible. So I think that was the starting point in my life that I think, okay, I want to be a lecturer. So number one, you must really know what do you want to be. So since then, I've never turned back. So I set my aim that I wanted to be a lecturer, and then I approached my lecturers. I asked them what it takes to be one. So they provided me with a good info. For example, they told me that there is a scheme available for me to apply after I am graduating from my degree. It is called Tenaga Pengajar Muda or TPM. I'm not sure whether it is still available now, but I heard that it has stopped years ago. But anyway, that was the story where I started my dream to be a lecturer. So if you really want to be a lecturer, you must ask yourself, do you really want to be one? Do you really love teaching students? Do you really want to teach adults at higher learning institutions? Do you really want to cope with the stress of with the KPI and all? If you think that you know what it takes to be one, and if you think you are capable to be one, then by all means go for it. Okay, so you must know what you really want. Number two, set your target. So when I approached my lecturers and I read the requirements needed to apply for TPM, it says that you must have outstanding CGPA, so in order to apply for the scheme. So I worked very hard to be able to be eligible for the scheme. So I set my target that I must get at least 3.5 every semester. I did not get 3.5 every semester. I did not get this list every semester, but at least my pointer was not that bad at all. So because I work for it. So number three, you have to ask the right person. Now, you cannot be sharing big things with small-minded people, with narrow-minded people. Like for example, we sometimes can have friends that are very demotivating, that they do not share the same and common interests as ours. So it is fine because they have their own life, they have their own ambition. It is fine to us. But sometimes these people can be very discouraging. When you share, hey, I want to be a lecturer when I graduate. And then they will start to ridiculing your ambition. This will bring you down, which is very unnecessary. So that's why you have to ask the right person. So the best people to go to is lecturers. Like if you want to be engineer, so you have to ask engineer what it takes to be one. If you want to be a teacher at school, so you have to ask teacher what it is what it takes to be one, what is the nature of the job, and so on and so forth. You can't be asking some random people for some specific ambition that you are aiming at. So I think this is very, very important also. Number four, so you have to work towards your goal. I mean, as I said, I work very, very hard to get my GPA maintained every semester, and I decided to be specializing in chemistry when I was doing my degree. So I made that decision based on my results during my diploma. I thought I loved biology more than chemistry, but apparently my result for biology was not that okay, and seemingly I can excel well in chemistry, so I pick chemistry as my course. So it's important for you to work towards your goal. And number five, you must gather related or relevant experience. Now, I don't know whether you know this, but with your degree, you can teach. You can teach at university, at private university. I started as a junior lecturer at this one place when I was 24 or 25, just after I graduated. Of course, I did few two jobs before I got that lecturing job. But my point here is you can use your degree to apply for lecturing job. So I did get the post when I was 25 with my degree. So while doing my degree, I pursued my master. So my point here is that you must get the related or relevant experience. Of course, there are people that can get this lecturer job at public university or private university after they obtain their PhD without having any sort of experience in teaching. I do not deny that. So that is their rezeki. But my point here, it is better for us to be on the safer side. You must collect, you must gather as many experiences as possible in teaching or in any related field, so that your resume will be solid. So when people see your resume, they know that okay, this kid can teach, this kid has vast and wide experience in teaching, and apart from that, they have also the right qualifications. Okay. And speaking of gathering related experience, you must have also the right and related degrees lah. So you cannot be depending on your degree forever. So you must start to do your masters and then do your PhD. I would always advise you to go to the highest qualification as possible, because that is what is needed in most institutions nowadays. So get yourself ready with the right degree. Number six, personal branding. Now, I am not probably the right person to tell you about this personal branding. I'm not HR officer. I have no experience in HR thingy. But my point here is that I always strive to better myself every year, every day. So when I was 18, 19, in fact, during my degree, I couldn't be able to speak in the public very eloquently, especially using English, because that was my forever nightmare. I was not exposed to this language when I was kid. So I picked up the language slowly when I was at university. So my point here is that because if you want to teach, you must be able to deliver, to give lecture eloquently. So of course, English does not measure your intelligence, but of course, if you want to make your lecture understandable, commandable, you must have at least a proper command of English, I would say. And then you must start with some other things as well. For example, if you are a chemist, so make sure you got yourself certified, get yourself registered with professional bodies like Institute Kimia Malaysia, or you can get membership from American Chemical Society, and so on and so forth. So because these are some important things that they will look at. Now, having said all these 7 tips, I would like to advise you that this is not necessarily the best and the only way to get your dream job, to be a lecturer. Some people say that I'm very lucky, but of course this luck doesn't come that easily, because I experienced in some private colleges. I have taught matriculation, and then at private college, and then I taught the A-level students, taught also chemistry for SPM, science for PT3, for UPSR. So I did all these jobs because I want to make my resume and CV even more solid. So when people see your CV or resume, they know that you are capable of doing whatever you want to do. Okay, I think that's all for now. It says 11 minutes has passed. So I hope this is helpful and this is beneficial for you. I'm sorry if this is not the tips that you are looking for, but this is something that that is based on my personal experience. I wish you all the best. Never stop dreaming. You can always achieve your dream if you really work hard towards it. Okay, bye bye. Assalamualaikum. Happy New Year.